Good morning, children. Today we are going to discuss about threats to biodiversity. The topic name is threats to biodiversity. You know very well the man activities are damaging like anything the biodiversity. The man made activities. What is man made activities? Industrialization, fragmentation, deforestation, okay, different ways they are damaging our natural resources, and they are killing us. So that's why there is the threats or the loss of biodiversity is going up. See now, even though India is one of the 17 identified mega diversity diverse countries, India is one of the 17 identified mega diverse countries. 17 identified mega diverse countries of the world. It faces lots of threats to its biodiversity. Lots of threats to its biodiversity. Lots of threats. Apart from natural causes, not only natural causes, human activity is okay reason for both directly and indirectly. Human activities mainly directly or indirectly are today's main reason for habitat loss. Directly or indirectly, the main reason for the habitat and biodiversity loss. Fragmentation, degradation due to agriculture practices. Okay, see, you know very well, villages, zoom type of agriculture they will do. The tribes, they will cut that forest, they will make that forest land into agriculture land. Again, they will use that one and they will go another place for next year to do agriculture. Like that, so much deforestation is going on because of the agriculture practices. Very bad thing is the tribal people, especially tribes, they don't know about this all the things. So that is the reason they're losing like anything. They're losing a complete what you called the agriculture, what you called the forests. They're damaging our forest. What they will do, tribal people, they will select the an agriculture land in the forest. They will cut that forest. They will made that agriculture land as a forest land as a agriculture land or field. So what the cut trees are there or not, they will burn it. So like that they will do lot of their cutting like anything, all the trees. Deforestation is going on. Too much deforestation. Too much deforestation. So agriculture practices, extraction, mining. You know very well, mining nowadays they are damaging the our forests. For mining, valuable mining point of view, hectares, lakhs of hectares, thousands of acres, they are damaging our forests. So mining, next fishing, logging, harvesting, and develop. So these all are fragmentation, degradation due to agriculture practices, extraction, mining, fishing, logging, harvesting. Okay, these all are very dangerous practices damaging our biodiversity. And also development, settlements. You know very well there will be settlements are there, industrial and associated infrastructures. Once imagine one industry you want to develop, in the sense nearly 1000 to 2000 acres of land required. That 2000 land agriculture forest land is going to use, in the sense that for 2000 acres forest will be lost. So settlements, industrial and associated infrastructure leads to habitat loss, and fragmentation leads to formation of isolated small and scattered population and as endangered species. So fragmentation leads to what will happen? Isolated and small scattered population. Isolated and small scattered population and as endangered species. are more in that fragmentation, because of fragmentation. What about other threats? Okay, this is another important thing is there. So mainly other threats are there. What is that? Diet, especially diet, also specialized diet. Okay, next specialized habitat. These are very important. The specialized diet, specialized habitat requirement, large size, small population size, limited geographic distribution, limited geographic distribution, okay, and high economic or commercial values. Okay, large mammals by virtue of their size require large areas to obtain. Large mammals by virtue of their size require large areas to obtain the necessities of life. What do you call? Food, cover. Okay, food, cover, mates. Then do smaller mammals. Individual home range of lion can be about how much? 100 square kilometer mammals. Okay, mammals have specialized dietary needs such as frugivores. They need to forage over much larger areas than general dietary herbivores and omnivores. So you can imagine these all the things are very important. They will be damaging our biodiversity. Mammals also have low reproductive output other than the small rodents. Mammals also have low reproductive output. Okay, come on, observe very closely. Some other of the other threats include other threats to biodiversity. Specialized diet. Only they are eating specialized diet means that will affects the biodiversity. Specialized habitat also affects the biodiversity requirement, and large size, small population size. Large and small population sizes, limited geographic distribution, and high economic commercial values. Okay, commercial values also affecting the biodiversity. Large mammals by virtue of their size require large areas to obtain the necessities of life. Large mammals require of virtue their size require large areas to obtain the necessity of life. Food, cover, mates. Then do smaller mammals. Home range of lions can be about 1,100 square kilometers. Okay, individual home range of lion can be about the 100 square kilometers. Remember this. Mammals, okay, have specialized dietary needs such as carnivores, frugivores. They need the forage over much larger areas than general dietary herbivores and omnivores. So mammals also have low reproductive output other than small rodents. So reproductive ability also very less. So these all are other threats. Say for example, herbivores and omnivores are general, but they are larger areas have very what you called frugivores and carnivores. Okay, they need to forage over much larger areas than general dietary herbivores and omnivores. Larger areas required. So these all are affects the which one? The biodiversity. Why, for example, you see here I am telling what is that one? Commercial value. So much commercial value is there in the sense people ready to kill. Okay, mammals virtue of their size require large areas. Large areas provide in the sense not possible. Okay, for food cover mates then. So these all the things are threat to biodiversity. So we should have to control this biodiversity in the sense we can save the biodiversity. We have to control first main man-made activities we should have to control. Then only we can gain the more and more information. Okay, more protection towards our biodiversity. Next, some other causes of biodiversity loss. The major causes for biodiversity decline. The major causes of biodiversity decline are habitat loss, fragmentation, and destruction. Habitat loss, fragmentation, destruction. So you know very well about effects. About 73% of all species are affecting. 73% of all species are losing because of habitat loss and fragmentation and destruction. Habitat loss means completely we are damaging habitats. Fragmentation means we are breaking down Okay, destruction, completely destroying. Because of this habitat loss, fragmentation, destruction, 73% of all species are extincted, going to extinct. Population and pollution and pollutants. Second problem for biodiversity loss is pollution and pollutants. You know very well. Too much pollution in the atmosphere because of industries, because of urbanization, because of everything. Because of that, what happening? Pesticides, herbicides, oil sticks, greenhouse gases, smog. These all are damaging the biodiversity. See now, pollution, pollutant, smog, pesticides, herbicides, oil slicks. Okay. Another important one is what you call greenhouse gases. So pollution, pollutants. What's the definition of pollution? Harmful or desirable harmful change. Pollutant means which causes the pollution is called pollutants. Gases, water pollutions are there. So pollution, especially smog. What I'm saying is smog, pesticides, herbicides, oil slicks, greenhouse gases. You know greenhouse gases. What are the greenhouse gases? Carbon dioxide, methane, chlorofluorocarbons, nitrogen oxide. These all are what? Greenhouse gases. These all greenhouse gases causes the which one? What do you call? Biodiversity loss. They will cause us biodiversity loss. Next, pollution, pollutants. Next, climate change. What is the next one is? The next problem is climate. You know very well. Every year, the climate is changing, right? Because of this pollutants and pollution, the climate change, full floods or full drought conditions. Okay, no water, no rain, high temperature. These all are climate changes. Because of these climate changes, what will happen? Biodiversity loss is going on. What's the main reason for the biodiversity loss? Climate change. What's the reason? Climate change. When the climate change, no rain in the right time. When the climate change, full high temperatures in the summertime. When the climate change, no seasons in the proper time. So that is affecting the biodiversity. So that is losses. Because of that, the lossage of biodiversity is going on. Next, introduction of alien or exotic species. What is introduction of alien or exotic? For example, water hyacinth, terror of Bengal, introduced into the Bengal, West Bengal. So total other native plants, native organisms are died because of that alien. So introduction of alien or exotic species also, what do you call? The loss of biodiversity is going on. So habitat loss, fragmentation, destruction. Because of that, 73% of all species are getting damaged. Next, pollution, pollutants, smog, pesticides, herbicides, oil slicks, greenhouse gases. Because of that, again the loss of biodiversity. Even climate change. Because of climate change, the problem is going on in the biodiversity. Next, introduction of alien or exotic species. What I said, alien species, West Bengal recalled in the terror of Bengal, water hyacinth, Eichhornia, just example. Next, over exploitation of resources, poaching, indiscriminate cutting of trees, overfishing, over exploitation. Overfishing damages the ecosystems. Over poaching, indiscriminate cutting of trees, deforestation. What is going on? Deforestation is very dangerous. Over cutting of trees, hunting, mining. See now, over exploitation of resources, poaching, indiscriminate cutting of trees, overfishing, hunting, mining. These all are major problems for the loss of biodiversity. Hunting, you see, hunting also very dangerous. Valuable species are getting less. Why? Because hunting, it's like a fun, like that olden days how kings hunted the animals, same like that. The people who are illegally hunting the animals and they are creating the threat to biodiversity. Fishing, nowadays modern technologies, big what you call fish ships, especially for catching of the fishes. So overfishing also affects the biodiversity. Mining, lakhs of acres of land is damaging, or forest deforest is going on because of the mining. Next, intensive agriculture, aquacultural practices. Intensive means, you know very well, the general agriculture process. Aquacultural practices means, you know very well, the water related practices. Intensive means technology. We are using technology for agriculture, in the agriculture, and aquaculture practices. These all are affecting the biodiversity. Even hybridization between the native and non-native species, the loss of the native species. See, when you hybridized native and non-native species, what will happen? The loss of native species is going on. So these are also problematic. What is that? Intensive agriculture, so many pesticides, so many insecticides, variety of drugs, pesticides, biochemical fertilizers, pesticides, chemicals, insecticides, fungicides, protozoans, all chemicals, what do you call? They are damaging our biodiversity. Okay, even hybridization. Hybriding with the which one? Native and non-native species. That leads to what? Loss of native species that will be takes place. Because of that also the loss of biodiversity is going on. Next, natural disaster. Natural disaster means, you know very well, very dangerous. Disaster means what? What is a disaster? The disaster means the floods, cyclones, tsunamis, forest fires, lakhs of thousands of hectares of forest is getting disaster. Next, industrialization. Too much industries. Also, you know very well, if you see the cities, because of industries, total forest is getting completely gone. Urbanization, infrastructure development, and co-extinction. So industrialization, urbanization, infrastructure development, co-extinction. Suppose one animal died, in the sense which one depend on that animal also will be die. So like this, habitat loss, fragmentation, destruction, pollution, pollutants, herbicides, oil slicks, greenhouse gases, smoke, pesticides, climate change, introduction of alien exotic species, or exploitation of resources, poaching, indiscriminate cutting of trees, overfishing, hunting, mining, intensive agriculture and aquaculture practices, hybridization between the native, non-native species, and loss of what do you call native species, natural disasters, tsunamis, cyclones, earthquakes, like that, industrialization, urbanization, infrastructure, co-extinction. These all are the main reason for the causes of biodiversity loss. So what are the threats? Mainly fragmentation, degradation due to agricultural practices. That's the first bit. What is that? Fragmentation. What are the habitat loss and quartered evils? So mainly fragmentation, over exploitation, and what is called alien species invasion. What I said, alien species I said or not? Alien species of invasion. Okay, climatic changes. These all what you called over fragmentation. Okay, these all are main reason for the threat, loss of biodiversity. Here you see fragmentation, degradation due to agricultural practices, extraction, mining, fishing, logging, harvesting and development, settlements, industrial associated infrastructures leads to habitat loss. Habitat means what? The place of living beings are getting lost, and leads to fragmentation, leads to formation of isolated small scattered population and as endangered species. That's it. Small population means easily endangered, because predators will be kill the prey. So like that, because of these all the reasons, biodiversity getting less, or threats, complete endangered. Because biodiversity is not there means slowly it will affects the total life on the earth. So all living beings on the earth is important. So protection of this all the animals is everyone's responsibility. So important bits are there. Okay, and the main reason causes of biodiversity loss also will be there. You should have to read perfectly.